Welcome to Expert Extra. Yes, so we're going to be posting every 5 days. So I've got a lot of work to do. So let's see what the additional experts have to say about the topic of psychology of weight loss. Enjoy!
In 1988, Oprah, on her daytime talk show, rolled out 67 pounds of fat on a wagon to celebrate her huge weight loss. But unless you were deserted on an island with Wilson, you would have since seen her weight struggles. Now, when I was younger, I didn't get it. I didn't get how someone who could afford a private chef and a personal trainer could still have weight issues and, as a result, health issues. Well, as an adult, and having to deal with my own severe gut health issues for 4 years now, I realized that health and self-care actually has very little to do with money and access to resources. These days, you can open up YouTube for free, and there's an abundance of videos, knowledge, and advice on health. But then why is the obesity rate still climbing? Why are there over 30 million people in the US alone that suffer from one type of eating disorder or another? Why is one person every 62 minutes? Think about that. One person almost every hour is dying as a direct result from an eating disorder. Well, I really wanted to explore these questions and issues, and so today I wanted to do a different kind of show. I wanted to bring on women who are impacting the health, wellness, and fitness space to discuss not just the misconceptions we have about health, weight loss, and diet, but also to explore the psychology and mindset behind why it's still such a common struggle for so many of us. Then I have a quote from you, actually. Not everyone can be skinny, but everyone can be strong.
Yes.
So I want to talk about misconceptions and why we all think that skinny is what everyone's supposed to be, and people struggle so much to try and be skinny. But the truth is, like you said, not everyone can be.
Absolutely. You know, I said that for years because I thought, things have actually evolved a lot, but for years, we looked at Us Weekly, magazines, celebrities, and we always aspired to be, let's say, their body type. When we're when you're 5'2", and you're looking at Giselle to be her, it's just something that's not realistic. And yet that would cause psychological trauma, actually. So I wanted to put out a message, and I wanted there to be something, a platform where, to change the conversation. Because the truth of the matter is, you have to be realistic with who you are and what your body type is. And you try to make the best version of yourselves. That's number one. Number two, I don't want people to always try to aspire to something that is not attainable. So change that conversation and not look at, I want to be skinnier. If I'm a size 4, I want to be a 2. If I'm a 2, I want to be a 0. Because that is something that's not attainable.
I'm going to return you to a normal relationship with food. We have a really strange relationship with food in this country. I think we've lost our way in many ways. I think dieting and all of these sort of extremes that have come in and come out, going into a process and sort of slavishly or following the rules that somebody else has set out that worked for them. Right? I always say for my clients, I say let's pretend we're going to a hat store, right? If you were going to buy yourself a hat, you'd try on a whole bunch of hats, and if they didn't look good, you'd take them off, and you would pick up the pieces that kind of looked good about that hat, and you'd go to the next one. So I'm always encouraging people to not turn themselves over. Use these programs. They're amazing. You'll learn something from doing them, but don't beat yourself up if it isn't your long-term plan that you're going to stick to completely.
And it is the ugly truth about discipline. I'm going to explain to you why, if you're feeling undisciplined right now, discipline is not your issue. This other thing is. I'm just not disciplined. I just don't have enough willpower to eat healthy. I just can't get motivated to go to the gym. If you've had those thoughts and you're feeling like you're lacking discipline, I'm going to make a very, hopefully, compelling argument to you about why discipline's not actually your issue. You actually have an issue with strategic planning, or lack thereof. I'll give you one trick as it comes to eating, and one trick as it comes to exercise that's going to help you make strategic planning the foundation of your health routine. So first off, when it comes to eating, If you choose not to prepare your foods ahead of time with a meal prep ritual, what you're essentially doing is creating 21 decision points throughout your week where you have to go decide to use willpower to figure out what you need to eat. Because think about it, you eat 3 meals per day, maybe, roughly speaking, 7 days per week. That's 21 decision points where you need to go find healthy food and use willpower to figure out, I'm gonna eat the salad instead of the sub sandwich that I want. Now, when it comes to workouts, if you do not have a strategic plan and your workouts are not pre-scheduled into your routine like meetings, then your workouts are not gonna get done. So what I recommend you do is you schedule 3 workouts in per week. For me, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I want you to stack it with one of your other routines that you're already doing. So if you have time in the morning, stack your workout right before your breakfast. So you get up while willpower is fresh and you're not drained, you get the workout in, you reward yourself at the end with a great breakfast, then you head to work. Or if you work out at the end of the day, pre-pack your gym bag. Don't fight that willpower battle when you get home where you gotta go get your gym clothes and get all stuff. Pre-pack that gym bag. Carry it with you to work so it's sitting there. It's a cue, a visual cue that you know you're gonna get to the gym, and then you have the structured workout already printed out. You know exactly what you're gonna do. You do the workout, and then afterward you reward yourself with a great dinner.
Years. I learned that even though I was 300 pounds and had type 2 diabetes, my body was absolutely perfect the way it was, for the way I was feeding it, the way I was moving it, and the way I was resting it. Quite frankly, if I wanted a different body or I wanted different health, I had to change the equation somehow. The second thing I learned was that if I imagined my future healthy self and started living that life now, what kinds of foods I would eat, how many calories I would need to maintain a healthy weight for a lifetime, that would be the way I would achieve my goal. I had to come up with strategies that I could live with for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. Now, when you do this and you live this way, an interesting thing happens. Like magic, you wake up 2 years later and you're almost at your goal.
When people, no matter what your goal is, it's really, really important to identify and to know that at the end of the day, what I really want is to be enough. Or whatever it is for you, but it usually boils down to that, and to be loved. And then that goal is so much easier, not only easier to reach, but you begin to love yourself on the way, because you're never going to love yourself when you get there.
Well, that's it for Expert Extra this time. I'll be back again on the 30th with Emily for the full post, and I hope it's one where I can stand up and stretch a bit. This is a bit apart from the legs and the knees, all this meditation. Hope the information was useful, and I'll see you again on the 30th. Bye!